welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm really excited because I finally picked up the Pure Cosmetics and Barbie collection. So I have the eyeshadow palette here, which looks like this. Looks like a beautiful neutrals palette with like a pop of blue. I also got the blush palette, which looks like this. I love these blushes. I think they're beautiful tones of blushes. Then I also picked up the highlighter, which I'm a little bit worried about because it looks a little, I was hoping it would be lighter in person, but it looks a little dark. So it might be a little too dark for my complexion. I don't know. I think I'm going to use a little bit different highlighter brush today. One that doesn't pack it on as densely as my Sigma brush. But I am going to try this out today and see if it works for my skin tone. I was also swatching it, if you can tell, and it seems like a really soft pressed highlight. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping it's not too dark for me, but we'll see. Anyways, I ended up picking up the Barbie collection because this was a little bit ago. It was like 50% off at Ulta. So I went ahead and picked up what they had. I wanted the brushes too, but they didn't have the brushes at Ulta. So I'm wondering if it was already 50% off before I found it and people just grabbed the brushes first. Because the brushes looked super cute in the collection. And I would have loved to have those, but it didn't happen this time. Also, if you hear anything in the background, I want to apologize. It's super cold in the house today, hence why I have my hoodie on. So there's heat going on in the background. So you might hear the heat in the background, or you might hear my son playing in the background while I'm filming this. So I apologize for any noise that might disturb you or bug you. But let's go ahead and get started into this eye look. It's probably going to be one of my standard like mauve neutral looks, or maybe a peachy orangey neutral look, just because that's pretty much the colors that are in the palette. They do have that pop of blue, but I don't feel like really adding blue to my look today. If I do, I might do it like on my lower lash line or something, like as a pop of color. I love doing the pop of color on the lower lash line to just add a little something extra to your look. I go in first with my number 15 brush, and there's no names on these, so I'm just gonna point to the shades that I put in my crease, and I'm gonna go in first to this. It's like a lighter taupey shade. I'm realizing now that there's not any really light colors to put in my crease except for that one. The pinks here are a little bit deeper pinks, so I'm gonna start out with my transition shade being this one. We'll go ahead and put that all in my crease. I'm curious to see how they're pretty powdery. I'm curious to see how these perform because I love the Pure Raw Beauty Crusty palette, and I'm not really familiar with Pure shadows, so here I am again forgetting my eye primer because that's who I am at this point, the person that always forgets the eye primer. Just my e.l.f. Putty White eye primer. Now we're gonna go in the crease with that shade. Hopefully it goes okay with the pinks. It's like a peachy brown shade, I guess. Looks more orangey, peachy on the eye. And it is quite a bit of kick up in the pan, so. But I noticed that with the Pure Raw Beauty Christy palette too, that there was quite a bit of powder kick up in the pan. They're softer pressed, which I'd rather have a softer pressed one that you can get a lot of pigment off of than a harder pressed eyeshadow, because sometimes it's hard to get pigment off of harder pressed eyeshadows. You can see it's just barely there. It shows up more in person than it's showing up in the camera for some reason. I don't know why. I go with my Refer 14 now, and I'm going to go into my first mauve pink neutral shade. This one right here. Put it in my crease too, but more precisely in my crease. Oh yeah, this is a beautiful shade. That is gorgeous. I like it. I like it. This is really pretty. I like this shade. Definitely reminds me of a Barbie girl. I'm going with my little bit smaller rougher brush. It is the number 13. And I'm going to go into the deepest pink shade that's there, which is this one right here. I'm just going to put that in my outer corner just to deepen up the crease. I like a little bit deeper outer corner. And the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking about doing the blue on my lower lash line. I think that would be really pretty as like a pop of blue. So I might do that. It's hard to see, I'm sorry. There's sun coming in the window here, so if you're seeing like light, that's just me. I'm an angel now. No. That's just the sun coming in the window. Decided I didn't want to come outside today, so I'm gonna go in with my glitter glue. I always use glitter glue for all of my shimmers. Now, I used it one time and now I'm completely obsessed with it. Where did my glitter glue go? Now I can't find it. Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. So I used this one time for shimmers and I'm now obsessed. I use that instead of setting spray now. And I just have the NYX Glitter Glue. Y'all can use whatever glitter glue you have. And if you're trying to recreate this look, you can use just similar colors and palettes you own. You don't have to go out and buy this one. I don't even know if they still have this on the Pure Cosmetics or on Ulta anymore. I know they still have it on Pure's website, but I'm just not sure about Ulta's website. So I'm going to go into this pretty large pan. It looks like a light shimmery pink shade. Or do I want to do a different shade? They have this darker pink one, which I kind of like. I could use that lighter pink for my inner corner. I'll do the highlight in my inner corner. I'm going to go with this lighter pink shade here. I was debating on whether I wanted to leave that for my inner corner, but I think I'm just going to use the highlight on my inner corner. Because there is a pinky side to the highlight, so it's really pretty. I'm going to go in with more glitter glue and do the other eye. Now this is a really pretty shimmery shade, but I am noticing that it's not like a super, super bright shimmer. But it is pretty bright. I'm going to go back into my other brushes just to blend a little bit. So I'm going to go back into the rougher 13 and back into just a tad bit of the darker shade, and we're just blending it out. Just tapping it over the edges. Tapping it over the edges just for like a seamless transition. That way you don't see such a harsh line between where I laid my shimmer shade down and where the darker shade is. Go back in with my rougher 14. I'm going to go back into that one pink shade that I put in my crease, and I'm just taking a very tiny amount of it and blending it right over top of the crease. Just adding a very tiny bit to, once again, create a seamless transition between the two shades. Okay, and I'm going to go back into the bigger one too that I was using, and just a tad bit of that transition shade, and just running it over top of the, just to reinforce, because I do like that little pop of like a orangey type shade over top of it. Looks really pretty. Okay. How we have that look so far, I think it looks really pretty. I think I'm gonna do, like I said, and do the pop of blue on my lower lash line I was talking about. I'm just gonna use my rougher number 2, which is like a shader brush. I'm gonna go into this blue here, and it is a shimmer, but we're gonna put it on our lower lash line anyways and do the pop of blue. See how I like it. Hopefully I like it. Hopefully it's something I like. Thought it would look cute with the pink. Sorry if you guys can't see this. This sun is being super annoying today. Hey, there it looks like with the pop of blue on the lower lash line. I think it's gonna look better once I put like mascara and everything on top of it. But I think it looks pretty cute. I like the look I came out with it. And I think you can definitely get more of a neutral, like an orangey neutral shade out of here too. So it definitely has those like neutral shades. Next we're gonna go into the blush palette. Very excited for the blush palette. Looks like this. Debating on what blush I should use. I think I want to go with the peachy blush today, which is this one. Looks really pretty. Get my blush brush out here. Try to get the blush off of it. I need to wash my brushes today. This weekend is a brush washing weekend. Try to just get into that shade. Oh, it's very pigmented and kind of patchy. It's kind of stuck in that one spot and a spot up here. I usually don't put this much blush on. It's a very pigmented blush. When you get too much blush on, sometimes you can go over it with your beauty blender that you used for your foundation, and it helps tone it down a little bit and just make it look more seamless into your skin. Okay, so here's the blush. Do you think it is really pretty? It's more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. Honestly, I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna go into the highlighter now. This is an Elf J Kissa, not Elf J Kissa, Elf with their collab with Nabala Noor, and this is a highlighting brush. It's a pretty big one, and it's not as densely packed as my Sigma one that I like to use. So I'm hoping that this will put like a less pigment down on my face. We'll see. I'm gonna try to go over the edge part where it's like the pink and the gold and try to get a little bit of both on my face. Oh, it looks so gold. Look how gold that looks. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna try to sparkles all over the place. Oh my gosh. Did y'all see the sparkles flying? It's definitely too dark for my skin tone, I think. But it might look cute as like an... Now my sparkles everywhere, everywhere. But if you see, I think it's a little bit too dark for my skin tone. It's hard to see. This doggone sun. This sun is like killing it for me. I'm gonna put just the... Yeah, it's just a tad bit dark for me. But, and I'm like barely even touching in it. And it's like a more of a glittery highlight, which I'm not against a glittery highlight. But this one's, it was advertised, which is funny because it was advertised as like champagne on their website, but it is definitely more of a gold. So, you can't always trust what the website says. You can't always trust what the website says. I do like this highlighting brush. The highlighting brush is newer to me. But, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. If I use a lighter hand, I can use it. We're going to go in and use the pink, just the pink part from the inner corner. And I'm going to use the rougher number 3 as a pencil brush. And I'm just going to go into just the pink section and put it in my inner corner as a highlight. We'll see how that does. It does seem like to be more of a glittery highlight. So I definitely think if y'all don't like glittery highlights, not to get this one, because this one's more of a glittery highlight shade. Hard to see, but it's there in my inner corner. It might be just a tad bit dark for my inner corner too, but I really wanted to stick with just this collection on my eyes. There we have it on my inner corners. I'm going to take whatever's left over on my brush and just put it on my brow bone as a highlight. So there we have that. I think I like it. It definitely looks cute as an inner corner highlight. I don't know. It's hard to see from my face. I don't know why it looks so dark here. I have this light right here and it's not helping me at all. Not one bit. I think it has to do with the light coming in the side too, but it's hard to see. It does look very cute. I don't know. I still think it's a little bit too dark for me, but yeah. I need to do my mascara and my lips. So I'm going to go off camera now, and I'm going to do my mascara, and I'll put on a lipstick to match this look, because I did not get any of the lipsticks in the collection either, simply because they didn't have them on Ulta's website. But all the collection, I will link it down below, probably from Pur's website, because I know Pure Cosmetics still has it, and it's not on sale on their website yet, but I'm sure it will be soon, especially since I've seen some people finding it in Tjmaxx and Marshalls. Just the lashes. I haven't seen them finding anything else, just the lashes in Tjmaxx and Marshalls, but I do think it'll probably go on sale soon. So maybe keep a lookout on their website, and you might be able to find it on sale too if it's something you're looking for. But I'm going to go off camera. We're going to put some mascara on. I'm going to put probably a lip gloss on rather than a lipstick, because I think I'm just going to be sticking around the house today. And yeah, I'll be right back to show you the completed look. Okay, I am back. I put some lashes on. I didn't put lashes on. I put mascara on, and then the lip gloss I ended up going with was this Buxom one in the shade Peyton. And I think it's like a mauve pink, and it's a lip plumping gloss. I was gonna wear one of my Milani Ludicrous glosses. Couldn't find one because they're like a pigmented gloss too. But I think this looks good. I think I love the way my look did come out. I think it turned out pretty good. I like the collection overall. I already put everything up because I forgot that was coming out. So I do like the collection overall. So overall, I do like the collection. I think this is a beautiful palette. Do I think you need it? No. But I got it half off. So if you can get it half off, I think that's a great deal. The mattes that I use blended really good. I had no issues with anything. They are pretty powdery. There's a lot of kick up in the pan, but I guess I'm assuming that's just a thing with Pure Cosmetics shadows, because I experienced that with the Pure Cosmetics Raw Beauty Christy collab too. And those are really that palette's really the only palette I have from Pure, so I don't have experience with their normal shadows. But I really liked this palette. I thought it performed well. I liked the pop of blue on my lower lash line. Anyways, the mattes blended really easily for me. They were pigmented. I think it created a beautiful neutral look. It's definitely more of a neutral palette, so don't go into it thinking you're going to get a ton of color. It's like a neutral with the pop of blue that we used to see so much back in the day. But I did really like it. The blush palette, you have to be really careful with this blush palette, because I did notice that it went on patchy at first, and it kind of just like stuck where it was, and I had to really blend to get it to blend out. And I also noticed that it was very pigmented, so you don't need and it's powdery, kind of like their eyeshadows, so you don't need a whole lot to get pigment out of it. Just a little touch in the pan and you're gonna get a lot of pigment. But I did like it. I'm gonna keep using it. I want to try these other colors in here to see how I like the other ones, but I like the peachy color. I think it looks really good with my look, and it kind of brings out the little bit of peachiness that I have right above the pink on my eyes. So I do like that about it. It performed really good. It just took a little bit of time to blend out. As for the little highlighter that I got, this is the Confident Glow highlighter. It is super powdery in here. I'm going to show you. Hopefully you can see how powdery it is. It is super powdery. I don't know if you can see how messy it is from just me using it to put highlighter on and to put inner corner highlight, but it is really powdery and really glittery. So I don't recommend this. I think this will work better on like medium skin tones, not really fair skin tones. Maybe light skin tones could do it too, but it's definitely a little dark for me, even in the pink section where it's like a pink and gold. And it's also a very glittery highlight. So if you don't like a glittery highlight, then I don't think you would like this highlight. But it is a very, they do, I'm pretty sure on their website advertise it as like a champagne gold, whereas for me in person I feel like this is more of a yellow gold. So this is I don't know. I feel like the theme of Pur is powdery. Everything is very powdery. There's a lot of kick up in the pan, which I'm not really, it doesn't bother me much that there's a lot of kick up in the pan that's soft pressed. You always get really good pigment with that, but you just have to be careful for fallout and stuff like that. But I love the imprint. I love the packaging. But I think the highlighter is probably the biggest stud for me just because it is super glittery. Super glittery, and it's just not a shade that'll work on me. So I'll probably end up trying to use this for like one eyeshadow looks. You know, when you do just one color eyeshadow looks, I might end up using that for the one eyeshadow looks. But overall, I do like the collection. It's very cute. It does pull to my nostalgia because I was a big Barbie fan growing up. I remember exactly 3 toys that I was a big fan of. Barbies was one of them. And even my mom told me I had a lot of Barbies growing up. And I also loved My Little Pony and Polly Pocket, which I'm surprised that there's not a Polly Pocket collection yet that they've done in makeup. Because I know they've done My Little Pony, but nobody's done Polly Pocket. I'm quite surprised, even though they've tried to make stuff look kind of like Polly Pocket and compacts, but they've never really done it. But anyways, that's my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little look using the Pure Cosmetics Barbie collection. I know I really enjoyed playing with it and creating a very cute girly look out of it. But if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up down below. And if you're not yet subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. And next to the subscribe button is the bell. You can ring that. That way you'll be notified all my future uploads. And I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.